Roberto Sanchez ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. A good-looking return set up here.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Tua on the bootleg here. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharpe, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Running right, here's Achane.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Being chased out left. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now he's caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Tyreek Hill, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Richardson looking to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. That certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
Let's go now.
They'll run here with a rookie. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They'll get 4 in for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
2nd down and 6 now. Now it's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Now a handoff looking right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. As he'll be backed up to start this drive. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. They set up the screen. Achane has it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down in the yard. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter. This time, a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory. But I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. There on the tackle, Mika Fitzpatrick. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. And Richardson back to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he is going to have the Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Colts 1st and 10 at the 35.
Richardson working from the gun. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 25 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. And he will not get
the connection there. It's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. It's taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Miami.
Now HN on first.
It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff, now Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Richardson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Tua going to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Dolphins are able to move back in front.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Play action. Now Richardson. Open man, the tight end Warren.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Oh, it breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Let's go.
Here's Richardson to throw. Got his man. It's Warren.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
Now Richardson.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And he's got his target. It's caught for the Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Colts have taken the lead.
So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
44. Ready.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Here comes Peppers. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Brings up 2nd down.
Richardson looking to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
Again, it's Richardson.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Richardson. A short one there, caught by Warren.
And he'll break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now it's Richardson.
Down the field, he's got Warren. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Off-play action, Richardson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Will Mallory, as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Schrader on for the Colts field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Cowboy 80.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Richardson working from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Come on. Hey, go.
First and 10, Taylor now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Muzzle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a really nice play. Be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8.
Ready? 19, target.
And Richardson back to throw it. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down.
So on fourth down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Richardson.
That's going to be taken in by Downs.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Josh Downs,
46 yards.
And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Pass caught right side by Taylor.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
Brings up 2nd down. At the 27.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Tua. The Colts are going to get him. There he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Ready. Solo left Zion.
Looking to pass. Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Richardson.
7-yard line.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A give for Tanner running right side.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
And I'm not sure if we got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
looking to put a drive together.
They'll start with a give to Taylor.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
60 Vikings, ready?
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Set up. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let go.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line?
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off